Let's dive into some questions. Let's see what
Please.
we've got here. All right. So we've got Walker 1984 with a question at 4:29 p.m. today. So he got to us early. So let's do his. I know you didn't wrestle too many matches in WWF, but what was the difference between wrestling in a WCW ring and wrestling in a WWF ring?
Everything. Even though I only had a couple of TV matches at the WWF at the time, I went to school for a week. At first we thought they were crazy making us go to school because we're like, it's just 2 feet bigger, but the technicality of it all. And we just did a little clip on this too. We did a story on this, but it was the measurements of it is 20 foot in the WWF. The WWE is 20 feet. The floor is a little different, but I'm not 100% sure of the flooring. I know WCW's was iron, plywood, a pad about an 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick, a pad, and then canvas. And anybody that thinks it's a trampoline, you are wrong. You'll take a slam and go, I'm never coming back. It's crazy. But that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is the ropes are much different too. So the rope in the WWF, WWE is a rope. It's actually a rope. And it's just, it's hard to get a rope really, really tight. It's hard to do it. So they're a little looser, a little flimsier. And then with the WCW ring, 18 feet, and it's cables. So a steel cable as tight as you can get it with a garden hose around it, and then pretty either black, white, yellow tape, whatever WCW was doing, tape. So you got cable, steel cable, garden hose, and tape. And the difference is daylight and dark when you're 250 plus running in and hitting a steel cable, and the steel cable going right here in your back. I mean, it's really, and I had a big back for a 250-pound guy. My back was
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, really did. My brother was a big back guy, but a lot of guys have genetic things. They have mine. I was really decent with the chest back area, but my back was really thick. And so I had a hard time with it. It just, hitting those ropes and making yourself throw yourself into those ropes. So everybody thinks that it looks like rubber bands that you're springing from. It looks so fun. It was the hardest thing for my body to get used to, was hitting those ropes. But the ropes are different. The ring is 2 feet smaller everywhere you go. So the way you line up your match and everything, now that's where I don't have a lot of knowledge, but I would have got better at it, is, when you take a bump somewhere, you got to pay attention, because now you got, 18 feet to go to get to the next maneuver. And so it plays a huge part in everything, when you land in a WCW ring, no matter where you land, you're almost in the middle. So a little wiggle and you're in the middle. And if you land in a place in the WWF ring, you're 2 feet from the middle. So that's a long ways when television's running. So I really believe again, I didn't wrestle enough in a ring to know the flooring, but with it being 20 feet and the ropes versus the cables, I mean, you'd have guys come back from the WWF at the time and do a leapfrog and land right in front of you because they jumped, way too late or too early. And it was very hard to do. So you always got in the ring and messed around a little bit to make sure you were getting used to it. It was a big, big difference.